Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Dreamhack TV. Where I'm Breaking CPK.
I'm still beef. One of these days, you're going to catch me,
beef.
and I'm not going to be beef.
It's going to be completely different.
Somewhere out there. It might be somebody else.
All right, with that said, anyways, we are continuing coverage, of course, of the Dreamhack Winter 2013 event, and we are continuing on with the group stages here, specifically the BYOC teams moving on to face the rest of the group stage team. So this matchup, we get to see not only the debut of DTSC here on the cast, they've already played 2 matches so far against Stay Green and Internet Gangsters. Didn't go so well. They were just outmatched, but like I was pointing out before, they're just here to have fun. They understand that they are completely outmatched. They weren't even expecting to be here, is what they were telling me. The fact that they even got to the finals and qualify for this is like, great, we're just gonna have a good time. We got our picture taken. We're gonna be on the cast, like hell yeah. So
why not?
They're just having fun. And with that said, they're going up against Mith.S2Y. This is Myth's final match. They're not qualifying for the bracket stage. They're 0-3, unfortunately. This is pride for them. They want to go home at least with one win, and this is their chance right here, Beef.
Absolutely need to do something for the region right here, because they had quite a few people fly out with them, and they definitely want to be at least bringing something home, because to fly out once again across the world and go home without a win would be not too ideal. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Yeds Ninja over here and the rest of the crew are going to be going ahead and doing. And, well, we'll see if Mith.S2Y can delete this shit clan.
Let's see what you did there. That is what it stands for, by the way. But yeah, let's jump in here. They're at the drafting stage, of course. Let's take a look at it and see what the hell's going on. We got the picks obviously moving on here. The initial bans, it was Ophelia, Pestilence, Warby, Sandwraith is what came out here. Tempest into Keeper of the Forest, Master of Arms into Ravener so far coming out here with the picks. Now, we've only had the chance to cast Mith.S2Y once so far. That was against Stay Green, I believe it was. So that was in the group stages yesterday, of course. And again, it's the draft that they went with the support Witch Slayer, and that was a little bit thrown off by that. But then later on in the day, Stay Green ran a support Witch Slayer and did just fine with it. So, and actually, I got to interview Limp, I believe it was. And he was mentioning it's the idea with the support Witch Slayer is actually very strong. By the time he gets level 3, this crowd control is really, really powerful. And so I guess it's a support option that's coming back recently. So we'll see.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not, indeed? Well, not seeing it at least right now just yet, but we'll see if anything else kind of crazy comes out of Mith.S2Y. They do things a little bit different out there in the Southeast Asian region, sometimes breaky.
Yeah.
But at least right now, we are going to have a lot of reserve time being eaten up by DTSC. They're already taking about 50 seconds here for this third pick. Currently sitting on just Tempest and Master of Arms as Mith.S2Y joining the crew. What's up?
You know this guy.
Hey.
Oh, everybody has to hi.
They could probably hear you.
We have a wireless mic. We can figure out that. Yeah, Mith.S2Y.
We're trying to work here, damn it.
Dang it, Mith.S2Y. Whatever. I give up. I'm done casting, Breaky.
What's going on here? I'm not even paying attention anymore. Pebbles into Engineer were the final picks, by the way. Mith.S2Y's been working very hard, by the way. He's been a great job for this event, as always. I'm saying that with a very serious face. No, he really has been, though. It's good to have him back here. Anyways, we're moving on, though. The band's coming out here. We got Parasite is the first band, so. But okay, now I'm just realizing this. Engineer was the final pick by Mith.S2Y. The fact that he was left open at that point, a little surprising even. But.
Yeah, definitely not one that we do see all the way down there. Normally his beard is valued very, very high up there, but not going to be picked up at least right away.
Does Keeper have a beard?
He does. Absolutely.
Is Keeper a beard hero?
Yeah. So
Ravener?
Beard power is on the side of Mith.S2Y. Ravener doesn't have a face.
Okay.
So
it doesn't even have a face.
Yeah, right? No beard because he has no face.
Why is it not a face? How is that not a face?
No, he doesn't have a face.
All these have faces. Am I missing something?
He doesn't have a face.
They should pick Zeus.
There you go. If he goes Zeus Ravener, they've got triple beard power.
Why is Zeus Ravener? I never got that. Why is he not Thunderbringer?
There is a Zeus Thunderbringer, isn't there?
There's a Thor Thunderbringer. It's kind of similar, I guess.
It's like different pantheons of gods. But anyway, back into this one. Breaking the second.
This is important. We need to figure this out. Get Doc Kaiser on the line.
This is only the third game of the day, ladies and gentlemen, and Breaky and I are already delirious. We've still got 2 more best of 1s as well, 2 best of 3s today, Breaky. Yeah. So lots and lots of games. But right now, second set of bands just finished up.
What were they? Parasite, Kraken, Dampier, Scout, Moon Queen, Torturer coming out here with the band. So obviously going to be the next tier of picks now. And, you know, DTSC, you know, we actually mentioned this earlier. So they were in an interesting spot. When they were playing IG, that was actually staying in their first match. They ran Balfagor, Rhapsody, Polywog Freeze. We were talking about that. And, you know, because, again, clearly they know that they're outmatched. So they're just trying to find some fun strategy. This time around, I mean, they're drafting pretty legit. I mean, they're drafting a pretty strong strategy to say this. Yeah, you're looking at the IG matchups, and if they like the Rhapsody support, apparently. So they ran Rhapsody support as well that game.
As long as they're running DJ Rhapsody, that's all good. I mean, that's definitely a more powerful avatar for that hero. And, Rhapsody, Pestilence, Plague Rider, Sandwraith, and Wretched Hag. So going to something a little bit more conventional with the exception of the Rhapsody in that last game.
Yeah.
But in any case, back to the one at hand right here. They do finish it up with, of course, the Wretched Hag and the Soul Reaper. So going to be interesting laning coming out right now. Probably going to be a Suicide Wretched Hag with a short lane solo Soul Reaper right now. And, you know, we definitely talk about Soul Reaper being a very effective counter to Keeper the Forest. And we'll now have to see if Mith.S2Y wants to change up their lanes as a result of going up into maybe a little bit of an unfavorable match right there.
Yeah, you know, it's nothing against Mith.S2Y, but I really think this is the one match where DTSC is like, if we're going to get a win in the group stages,
absolutely,
it's probably this one, because they're facing a team that's 0-3 in the group stages. So, you know, what better chance are you going to get, really? So, of course, they will play one more after this against Denali Esports to finish things off. But, the draft, again, going back to it, it is actually a pretty strong draft. The point that you're making about the Soul Reaper matching up against Keeper the Forest is most certainly there. Again, what is Myth going to finish off here, though? But I don't think they're going to. Are they going to be running a Jungle Keeper? Because they have the bubbles for the Suicide option. I mean, I guess that could be a short lane bubble still with the Suicide Keeper, but no, not really, because then that doesn't make sense. So this is probably going to end up being a Jungle Keeper the Forest, actually. The more I'm looking into it, Wild Soul is the final pick coming out by Mith.S2Y. What are we going to see here? Is that going to be, I guess so, probably an aggressive, I don't know, an aggressive dual lane? I mean.
ESC is normally their Suicide player.
So it's going to be a Jungle Keeper probably, okay.
Nope. No. It's going to be a Suicide Keeper. They just swapped it up again.
Jungle Wild Soul then.
Jungle Wild Soul going to be coming out. And normally does play that jungler. So
let's go.
Let's do it. Right now, Breaky.
Let's jump into the game here.
Man.
Go away from us. Go over to the players.
Oh, they're going all the way over there. Look at that camera go, Breaky.
Rotating. You can see the Dreamhack crowd and everything.
Wow. There's a lot of people here.
That beautiful crowd.
There's a lot of nerds.
This is just one of 3 halls, and this is like the smaller hall.
There's 4 halls, isn't there?
There's a lot of halls.
A, B, C, and D.
I don't think they have a C. I'm being correct. There's 4 halls, apparently. All right. Sorry, Mr. I know everything over here, and person in my ear that's telling me things.
There you go. They're the experts.
No, but I saw, but this is one of the smaller ones. So if you haven't had the chance to go to Dreamhack, man, first off, try to get the opportunity. I mean, if you're any kind of gamer, if you're any kind of nerd, I mean, this is it. I mean, this is definitely the top, really, when it comes to events out there. Dreamhack is just an amazing experience, and I've never met a person that said they have not enjoyed their experience here. So,
I mean, I'll say this, Breaky. When I was being introduced to the venue here by the esports director at Dreamhack, he was like, this is an event like nothing else. You're going to see more people here. And I'm like, I don't know. I just came from BlizzCon 2 weeks ago. Like, that's pretty hard to rival. Okay. Dreamhack wins. Yeah. Like, there are a lot of nerds here. There are a lot of people playing games. And, I mean, the fact that everybody brings their computers is definitely going to be interesting. But once again, we got the vote up here, Breaky.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're going to be voting exclamation Myth for Mith.S2Y. And DTSC, of course, going to be doing it for Delete This Shit Clan. And, of course, that'll take you over to Twitter, where you actually have to send out that tweet for the vote to count.
Yeah, so definitely remember that. But again, I'm actually curious about this one, because I don't think it's going to be nearly as one-sided as the TMSR was, to say the least. But if I had to be a betting man, I mean, I would definitely. I'm going to put 5 gold coins on Mith.S2Y.
5 gold coins?
Only 5 gold coins.
Okay.
I'm not a risky betting man.
All right. I've only got 1 gold coin on me.
I play Plinko all the time, man.
I actually do have a gold coin on me from the S2 offices still.
Yeah?
So I'll put that 1 gold coin.
Those things, speaking of milk fat, he'll gladly take that off your hands.
I know he will.
He's a collector of the goblin
coins. He stole mine. He put a tax on my gold coins when I was there at the offices.
He does do that.
Oh,
he enjoys his goblin coins. All right, so what are we seeing here with the lanes? So we got Ravener Engineer in the mid. It is going to be the short lane bubble, Suicide Wild Soul. So you're sitting here. I mean, so Escape, he's their Suicide player. He's actually going into the jungle.
Weird.
So it is going to be a keeper jungle.
I mean, I looked at their histories, and I was pretty sure about this to begin with, but I mean, yeah, Yeds normally does play it, but it could be one of those situations we used to see like Chessie and Moonmeander for old complexity actually swap that
comfort,
up. Yeah. Sometimes Moon would go into the jungle instead of playing that suicide on heroes like Tempest, and then Chessie would take the Wild Soul or whatnot. So this could be one of those options here for the guys in Mith.S2Y.
Yeah.
But in any case, it will be that suicide Wild Soul. And Soul Reaper did manage to actually drag the creeps down to behind his tower, so they're not even going to meet each other at all. They're just going to be dragging creeps all over the place here in the bottom lane. But middle, I mean, tell me about that matchup, Reiki.
Well, again, we got the Ravender Engineer versus the Master of Arms Pebbles. So as far as kill potential goes, I mean, both sides, once again, definitely have that. I think the Ravender Engineer probably a little bit scarier. Now, Ravener's presence when it comes to going up to the creeps and whatnot in that melee sense, if Pebbles is up there as well, the Stormblades come out, could do some good damage to him. So, but when it comes to kill potential, I mean, again, both sides definitely bring it to the table. You see a ball lining right here. There's initiation. In the meantime, the Keg's not going to connect as well. He kind of got trapped on the ledge right here, though. So not much of a pushback, and Ravener's just going to go back to farming. So a lot of back and forth, expecting that to keep up there in that middle lane. Top lane matchup, we have our classic Hag versus Bubbles up here yet again. Bubbles playing pretty aggressive right here at level 2. He's going to eventually have to fall back, though, as Hag's holding his own. So not much there, though. But Soul Reaper, it ends up, is going to be matched up against the Wild Soul once again in the long lane. Definitely solid against him. I mean, Soul Reaper just in general is a very strong laner. So still expecting him to have a decent time down here at least.
Yeah, of course. Lane. I mean, between just the auto attacks, the judgment spam, and then, of course, the relatively new change to the Inhuman Nature still, just being able to get back your mana in charges and on use. But middle lane, I mean, Master of Arms definitely doing a little bit of juking right now as a Hasted Engineer's trying to run him down. That's a nice ball lightning coming in from Pebbles, and while Ravener's coming in as well, there's the Stalagmites on the Engineer, but he's able to get out of there no problem. Now Ravener in a little bit of trouble. No, Keg gonna connect on the MOA, and one more auto attack is gonna be enough as Score is gonna bring home that Bloodlust kill for the region of Thailand.
Yeah, they get it right there. Tishin playing the Master of Arms. He just unfortunately was not able to get away. He used the health potion at the last second, but not enough tick coming out before Master of Arms got his final auto attack off. So yeah, well played right there. They were diving big time, but obviously it does result in a kill, and a good start for Mith.S2Y, team of Southeast Asia once again. Back to the top lane though, Wretched Hag against Bubbles up here. Hag's gonna blink and aggressively apply the pressure once again. So these two continuing to have a back and forth battle, but it does seem, I mean, who is winning that creep farm? Yeah, Bubbles is definitely winning it. 10-8 compared to a 4-4 Hag. I think there's been a lot more focus on hero damage though than there actually has been on the actual creep farm, but again, it is that advantage for the Bubbles in the end. As far as the jungle situation goes, Keeper the Force in the jungle, 240 GPM, he's off to a solid start. Only 215 gold per minute for Tempest right now, so Tempest struggling a little bit. He did have 2 of his camps blocked, by the way, so understandable there. In fact, I forgot to notice the beginning of that. I was actually, I'd be curious to see, you know, we talk about all the time with junglers, especially if you know that your camps are going to be blocked, or at least attempted to be blocked. Are you going to save up money to buy Rev Voids initially? I don't know if they did that or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but you can see right there, a lot of damage going out, and Mr. Sun's able to turn that around. That was initially aggression out of the Legion team right there, as DTSC tried to make something happen, but weren't quite able to. And of course, as we know, the turnaround potential of a hero like Ravener, pretty big. That's kind of where he started, was countering the Prisoner 945 pick, and you just get right on top of him, and Ravener will turn around and just make you have a very bad day.
Yeah.
That's what happens right there as Tishin goes down. Gonna be his second death of the game as Mith.S2Y. I mean, they're coming in here as the Thai champions, and they're trying to at least show that they can take down this BYOC team.
They are. And again, they're looking for the risk victory. Like I said, the pride's definitely on the line. They know that they're coming into this with no chance of advancing on, but they really, really want to win here. It just keeps going back to the fact that, again, they traveled across the world to get here and play some good heroes in Newerth. Again, I'm sure they're having fun in the end. It is a fun event to be at, like we were just talking about, but obviously at least getting that one win under their belt would make them feel a little bit better going back to Thailand and competing once again in the G League over there, where they are one of the top teams. It's them and Orange Esports really are considered to be the top 2 teams. Back to the middle lane though, initiation once again, and down goes Pebbles this time. So Heartskate, which by the way, that might be the one name you maybe recognize here on the Legion team. We've got to point that out, but Heartskate, I believe he's played a little bit of Diamond, some gold majority of On Tour, but anyways, he gets killed right there.
Yeah. Last time I recognized his name was actually from like Dreamhack Online Summer Championships like a year and a half ago. I remember him being kind of relevant back then, but I don't don't know. I can't really recall too much of him since then, but I mean, he's out here at Dreamhack and playing some Han.
Yeah.
Made it all the way through the BYOC with him and his buddies, and they're definitely having a good time right now. And not having that good of a time in terms of resources, though, as they are down 2,300 gold and experience at this point. And the Helmborn team has already got those wards that are starting to expire in the jungle here. But middle lane, it looks like Raviter is going to go down because that's 3 players from the lead. Well, yeah, he is going to go down. Okay. I was like, uh-oh, am I going to have to eat my shoe? I don't have any backup shoes, so that wouldn't be good.
That would be awkward for several reasons. Yeah, that was really close to an escape. I mean, we've seen that before. That's another power of Ravana right there. Kind of, yes and no, it's kind of an awkward escape mechanism. It's like you pour back into them to try to get further away, so it's kind of awkward in that sense. But top lane, Wretched Axe, she's going to be rooted, and she eventually will be killed right there. I honestly don't even know if the root was absolutely necessary, but they just absolutely wanted to make sure they got the kill, so which they did right there. Yeah.
At the least, they're putting on a show, yo.
Yeah, that is his name.
That's his name. There you go, Breaky. I mean, sometimes you don't know the names of these players, and you got to make puns. Like, I can't always make a pun out of Swindlebones. I can't always do it, but sometimes they give us the opportunities, and dang it, Breaky, we're casters. We got to take those opportunities and make puns. That's like our primary job, is puns. Middle lane, Pebble's in trouble once again. Kegstun's going to be good, but the turret not so much. Beautiful stalagmites, and it will be Heartskate getting out of there. So a little bit of a misplay right there from Score as he missed that turret. Would have been a kill.
Yeah, you would not have missed that, guaranteed.
Probably would maybe have.
Well, we'll talk about that later. Yeah, so missing the kill opportunity right there, obviously, but still a 4-1 hero kill lead for Mith.S2Y. Still feeling pretty good. How is this bottom lane been going, by the way? More of a passive lane, of course, a Wild Soul versus a Soul Reaper. But as far as the creep score matchups, I'm looking at Ag real quickly. Yeah, Keep It the Force taking some good damage, but gonna be fine. Soul Reaper is 27-11 now. Wild Soul managing to be 22-13, and even right here, he's actually off into the jungle doing some farm. It looks like he's going for a little bit of build up here. You know, he's got the marches on both. So we'll see if he goes to Ghost Marches first, at least on Boo Boo or not, or maybe straight into that Maka Broly. And Soul Reaper, on the other hand, though, he's got the early Steam Boots. Always curious to see a Soul Reaper build. This is not one of those heroes where it's just very absolutely obvious. He's going to go out and get the Ring of the Teacher right here versus there you go. But is it going to be more the Astrolabe, more the team group up build, the Icon of the Goddess even, the more Grimoire focus for the farm and the damage output? There's definitely possibilities to go here.
Yeah, there certainly are, but right now the only possibility is Tempest going for that push. Right now in the middle lane, though, turn it around is Mr. Suns, able to pick up the kill on Wretched Hag, and I was thinking that she was going to be the one picking up the kill on Ravener right there.
Yeah, Ravener managing to escape, got some great assistance from his teammate, of course, and Engineer. The energy field, the Kegstone was pretty well landed there, coming out from the NG player Score. And able to help turn it around and also save his teammate. Meanwhile, the top lane, Mith.S2Y, easily able to push in that top tower. Keep It the Force and Bubbles doing work. Bubbles pointing to the bottom lane, by the way. They're going to try to set something out. Tempest and Soul Reaper coming in. There's a TP. In comes a Shell Surf Saga to see. Kelfield comes out. Tempest is caught. He does have an Elemental Void. Is he going to go for it is the question. Boo Boo's dying. Meteor goes down. Look at Myth, though. They're playing patient. They know he has it. They're spreading out. Beautiful Kegstun, and that will be the death of Tempest. So
there you go.
That was just well played by Mith.S2Y. He was looking for that opportunity, but could not find it.
Yep, a little bit of redemption there for Score as well, with a very nice Keg coming out at the end, and they're able to make something happen right there. So just well played in general. Pebbles in the middle lane with another nice Stalagmites, but Ravener's going to go ahead and port forward. Stormblade's going off, and one more auto attack power overwhelming is going to be enough. Yep. Closes the distance right there, Breaky, and that's just one more sign from Ravener that he is just crazy strong hero, but looking good. And, well, definitely going to be a strong advantage right now in terms of resources for Mith.S2Y. But I guess we got the poll results coming up right now, Breaky.
I'm nervous.
We'll see about that advantage and see if it's going Myth.
76% for Myth.
Really? I got 68.
Oh,
God, Breaky. No. I am so good at this.
You should have said 69.
I should have. I totally should have. I'm always one off. So far, I've always been one off, Breaky. Wow. I'm just so good at this.
There's some faith. Wait, was that in favor of DTSC?
I don't
Hold on, I'm just realizing that. That wasn't in favor of DTSC, was it?
Production, maybe we can get some confirmation here. Maybe
Because
I'm making an ass of myself.
According to the signs, it was Myth. Okay,
I'm still number one.
It was Myth. Okay. Tempest in the meantime getting covered there. Solarper's gonna go down as well. The energy field doing work, and there's the root to catch Master of Arms. He's gonna end up going down. Mith.S2Y really starting to come together as a team right now. And this game is starting to progress well in their favor. 7,400 gold lead, 7,000 experience lead. And that pull is probably going to get a little more one-sided after that fight especially.
Yeah, it certainly may well indeed. Mr. Sun's going for a kill there in the middle lane, but it's not exactly going to work out with that ball lightning missing. He is kind of going for a dive, starting to get really aggressive. And, I mean, Myth definitely feeling confident at this point in the game, Breaky. They've got that large resource advantage. They've got the momentum advantage as well, so they're definitely trying to really solidify that and make it into something, make it into their first win here at Dreamhack Winter 13. And, yeah, they definitely want to be bringing that one home. It's kind of an unfortunate situation where it's like maybe they're finally finding their confidence now on day 2, but their important matches were all done on day 1.
Well, I mean, that's the LAN, though. That's part of the LAN experience. If you happen to be having an off day, that's it. I mean, that's how it goes. You can't have an off day. You got to be going in expecting to do well, feeling good, or else it can cost you, unfortunately. And I'm not saying that was the case even for Myth. I mean, whether or not that, I'm not trying to make excuses for them by any means, but I mean, this is a great team, and I was expecting them to at least do decent, but they ended up 0-3. Granted, it's a very quick group stage being a Pestilent one. There's all this action going on while I'm talking about this. Bubbles able to get away, but Ravager jumping in right here. Tab is on the middle, catch him though. Can they finish off Mr. Sun's Kexton? Is going to cancel combo. The Bat Blast does connect. Energy field going down though. Ravager still alive. The dot damage, the stun, and yes, he will fall, but at what cost here? Wretched Axe going to fall. Soul Reaper's trying to run now as Engineer and Bubbles are chasing. Then another Kexton lands on a Tempest. He's eventually probably going to be picked off. Yes, take cover to avoid damage. Oh, he's going to be finished off on Soul Reaper. Soul Reaper could not get the demonic execution off.
He tried to get that boom goes, the dynamite right there, Breaky. And I was like, Breaky, if you don't butt what cost right now, I'm going to do it right now, because that was a butt at what cost moment. They got Ravener, but at a very, very severe cost. Of course, all that's going on while Wild Soul is able to take a tower bottom, and they actually do a little bit more damage to that tier 3 tower as well. So, I mean, all things coming up. Mith.S2Y right now is the time powerhouse is definitely looking quite good. Fantasy's off over here to my right. And he's being a pretty serious fanboy. Like, the entire weekend, Fantasy's like, I'm feeling this game from Mith.S2Y. And I'm like, yeah, maybe. Finally, his predictions are coming true right here, Breaky. Yeah. As Myth, they've got all the momentum in this game, and they're looking to secure their first.
Yeah, and it's very, very possibly going to be happening here. I mean, again, DTSC, they formed going into this event. They're just here to have fun, and clearly they are getting somewhat outmatched here yet again against the likes of Mith.S2Y. But they're going to hold it a little bit longer here, you know, not to bring up bad memories, but Internet Gangster did defeat them in 14 minutes. I don't think that's going to be happening here by any means. This definitely, though, is looking to be definitely more of a one-sided game. Tempest is going to be picked off. The double damage Bubbles doing work right here as Jacob Tien, he's going balls to the wall, and so is Ravener, apparently. He finds Soul Reaper right there. Deep the Master's Call comes up. So perhaps there's the boom, goes the dynamite. Bubbles going to take cover, though, trying to avoid the damage for the kill. He will not be able to do so, however. He falls shortly after. Ravener still going ring around the rosy, though. Oh, the root hits 3. Soul Reaper's going to go down. We do have still Pebbles and Master of Arms, but they just get disintegrated right there. Ravener's going to barely live. And now Pebbles is going to run away. Wretched Act wants to blink away as well, but Ravener blinks in actually with the portal key. The Stormblade's too strong right there, the keeper minions. Oh boy, Escape gets credit for the kill in the end.
Yeah, gonna go ahead and get the block in with those minions and get the kill. So a few more being tallied up right there by Mith.S2Y, Breaky. And while that was going on, once again, Yeds Ninja, he's able to get over there and pick up a Mock of Brilliance.
Yeah.
Casual Mock of Brilliance.
The very quiet, I'm not doing a whole lot. Oh, wait a second, now I am.
Yeah.
Mock of Brilliance.
He's doing things now.
Yeah.
And, I mean, when you're talking about heroes on the other side that are sitting at 700 HP for Master of Arms, 720 HP for Wretched Hag, a 40 damage per second Mock Burn is going to be insane. That's going to be a lot of damage coming out. There's just not really a whole lot of ways that the Legion team can actually engage into this right now. And they're just going to be turtling up in their base, I suppose. Hope that the Hellborn team just gets a little bit too confident. and they're able to move on in there and maybe snatch up a kill or two. Yeah, you got to hope for something to go your way if you're the Legion team.
Yeah, I mean, 18,000 gold deficit, 15,000 experience deficit. Definitely things that need to bounce in the right direction many of times. But they're not going to give up just yet. I like seeing that. They're going to try to persevere here. They're going to give it at least another shot in a team fight, see if they can make something happen here, get some momentum, and work off of that. And again, I respect that,
sure,
where they're coming from. So they're here to have fun, and they are being cast after all for the first time. So why not try to make that last here? But in the meantime, Mith.S2Y, they're just going to easily push the top tower. Not much DTSC is going to be able to do to stop that. Or are they? They're thinking about going in. Sniper kind of leading the way right here. Give her the force in the front line. Stun's coming out. He does have a root. In jumps Ravender. Beautiful Kelvin in the background. Here's the follow-up. The Tavis ultimate going to be canceled immediately right there. It wasn't even going off. I thought he tried to cancel. It doesn't matter anyways. Ravender, he is still alive. Ravender is going to stay alive. Are you kidding me? He was at no life for the longest time. But he lives. A genocide coming out in favor of Mith.S2Y and Beef. That's going to do it. GG, well played. Mith.S2Y is going to pick up their first win of the group stages, their only win, but at least they get it before the return home. So congratulations to Mith.S2Y. As far as DTSC is concerned, though, again, they're going to be 0-3 here now. Their last opponent, of course, is going to be Denali Esports. So congratulations, Mith.S2Y once again. Going to be moving on.
They certainly will be.
Yeah.
And I mean, could be interesting to see Denial actually taking on the guys at DTSC. I don't think there's actually anything on the line right there.
Nope.
There's no way that they can actually qualify from this position right now, being 0-3. But definitely going to be a fun match to watch a little bit later on. That'll be coming up after a break right now. But congratulations to Mith.S2Y. 16 minutes, all it takes for them to bring home the win right there. So definitely a little bit of a morale victory, if nothing else. But while that one was going on, Breaky, we've got Reason Gaming actually taking on the guys over at Ready for a Miracle. And I was just checking in on that one. And it looks like they're about 14 minutes into that one. And it looks relatively even right now. And that one, of course, could be a relatively important match if we do have those guys from Shit Happens bringing home at least one win.
So what we should do right here, well, let's take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to quickly give this reset, or I don't know, do we have to take a quick break? I don't know. It's on the producers here, if we can jump into it or not. But, okay, we don't have to take a quick break. So we're going to take a quick break right here. But stay tuned. We're going to be jumping into a new match. We got Reason Gaming taking on, not Ready for a Miracle. Shit Happens in that match there. And again, fairly important. So same thing, right? Stay tuned, guys. We'll be back. More Dreamhack coverage coming up very shortly here. We're going to be jumping into that next match.
Anything else is a bonus.